Hey, good morning, family. I come on here for a couple of minutes. I want to encourage my dads out there with this. That before I say this, like I'm figuring it out along the way. All right, because for some of us dads, like we didn't have a good example. Only example we got was a couple of examples that we got either bad examples, so we learn from that, or some of you didn't have any examples at all. So I'm one who had a bad example of what dad looked like. All right, and it's no shade to my man, whatever, right? But I'm trying to do something with this sun that's in our eyes. Okay, so the other day with my son, right? Again, this never about me. I try to be transparent with whatever I feel led to share, in hopes that it will help you. So often, I mean, obviously, I have to use my personal experience. I can't just make up nothing and come on here with theory and because it sounds good. Just speaking from personal experience. So Thursday. Um, Thursday. I told my son, the reason why I sleep in your room with you on whenever I do on weekends is because I love being in the same room with you. He had this thing when he get upset or whatever it is, he go into his room and close the door. Cool, I understand. Um, but shortly thereafter, I go in there, try to make him feel better, whether it's through laughter or whatever it is. And I also, if I don't go in there, I'll call him into the living room with us, you know. And I told him, that's why I always call you whenever you go to your room or whatever. When you're upset, I still call you into the living room to be in there with us because, I love being in the same room with you. I don't want to, I don't ever want to, be without you. Hey, what's up, y'all? Good morning. And just that. So the next day, that was kind of hard for me, right? But check it out, and I'm gonna tell you why. And through what I'm telling you, I'm encouraging my dads out there, and even mothers, if you struggle with this, because our kids, they want to hear our heart. You feel me? They want to hear our heart, and they also want to feel that as well. So, and it was powerful for me, and just it did something because the next day, Friday, he had basketball practice, and with my schedule, my wife, my wife and the oldest son usually, they usually take him to practice when I'm unable to. But because I had such a busy week at work, this week I usually pick them up from school, but I don't on Fridays. So whenever he got out of school, I was already asleep. In fact, I probably was only asleep like 30 minutes before he even got home. So when I woke up around something, he was already at basketball practice. So I left the house somewhere about 8 o'clock at night or whatever, and I didn't see him. So when he came home from basketball practice, I think I was on my way to work or something, whatever it was. And my wife, she was like, make sure you call Josiah because he's feeling a little down. I'm like, why? And she said that because he didn't get to see you today. And that kind of touched my heart because, oftentimes as parents, we don't really know how powerful and necessary our presence is when it comes down to our children. Not just physically there, but active and present with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know how much we don't understand how much they miss us when we are not present. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, like, hearing that, I told my wife, I'm like, wow, I didn't think it mattered like that. I mean, I know it matters, but I'm like, I didn't know it mattered like that to where you didn't see me. So, like, now, like, you feeling like really down about it. Like, that really touched my heart. And the reason why I'm encouraging us parents, especially us fathers, to be more like sharing our heart with them and also demonstrating what our heart feels for them is important, because I feel like with me telling him that day or the day before, I feel like it unlocked or tapped into a deeper relationship between him and I. Because when I got home yesterday morning after or when I made it home yesterday afternoon from from work, and just, just how everything was yesterday between him and I, it's like a deeper affectionate level. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's because I told him, like, because I always give him a hard time or whatever whenever I uh, decide I'm gonna sleep in his room one day on the weekend or whatever. It's never planned. It just happens, right? So he have like a beanbag thing in his room. So while he's sleeping in the bed, like, I like sleep on a beanbag or whatever. I'm good. I'm good. Thank you. I hope you guys are good as well. So I would tell him I'm sleeping in your room tonight. He like, why you sleeping in my room? He's 9, mind you. He like, why you sleeping in my room or whatever? But it's not one of those type of deals where he don't want me to. You know what I'm saying? Like, so every weekend I would tell him I'm gonna go move over. I'm sleeping in your room tonight, type of deal, right? And so the reason why it was kind of difficult for me to tell him that, basically why I do it, is because, like I said, I didn't have a good example for, like, a dad experiencing the affection, experiencing the heart expression, the actions of it. Like, I didn't have that. Um, so when it comes down to avoid, when it comes down to the void that I have, or maybe had, I don't know, from him not being there, even when he came back, that void still wasn't filled. You know what I'm saying? So it's a struggle when it, like, sometimes I have to force myself to say good job, I'm proud of you, which I don't know why. I still do it. Um, Now, me saying I love you to him, it's not an issue now. Where years back it was, I would have to force myself to say that. Not saying that I didn't. It's like it's just something in me where it's like I don't know if it's like a thing of being vulnerable. I don't know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, but now I tell him I love you so much, and I hug him and be in affection with him so much where it's not a thing now. It's no issue. Where at first it was. You know what I'm saying? Like, so with me telling him the reason why I sleep in your room, uh, sometimes on the weekend, it may be like one day or something, one night or whatever, um, is because I love being around you. I don't ever want to be without you. I wanna always like spend that time with you. I always want to be in your presence, is what I told him, or whatever. And then, like, just like the next day, because I left for work before he came home from practice, like, my wife told me that, like, he was feeling really down because he was like, man, I ain't even get to see my dad today. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like that right there, like, touched me, like, it touched me hard. Um, and, and I'm like, man, I didn't know, like, I didn't know it was that serious to where like you genuinely feel down because, because of that. And like I said, I think, like, obviously I'm active and I'm there with them like every day, present every day, not just physically, but there every day. But I think when I told him that, I think that unlocked something for, like, I think that unlocked something inside of him. I think that like um, really like touched him in a way that, whatever barriers or whatever it was that was like a wall that was up, I felt like it just came down. You know what I'm saying? To like the next day, him feeling that way, and then me making it home yesterday, and like the the love, the affection, the just the chemistry between him and I, it was like deeper and like different. So I said all of that to say, for my dads out there who's struggling in because you didn't have a good example, or you didn't have an example at all, whatever the scenario was. Like, fight against whatever that thing is inside of you that makes it difficult for you to say I'm proud of you. Fight against that thing where it's like it makes it difficult for you to say I love you. Like, fight against that thing that's inside of you where it's hard for you to say good job, like good work, you're smart, you're special, like you're powerful, you're a young king or a young queen or a princess. Like, fight against that. I get like it's for some of us it's hard, but like like because it's really about them and not us, we have to put us to the side because it means the world to them. It builds them up. It lifts them up. And in return, like, we are able to experience a love and affection and an intimacy and chemistry with our kids like never before, especially if the actions follow. So, no, it's good to tell them what the business is, but do everything that you can to model that affection or that whatever you feel for them. And as you all share these moments and intimacy together, and you fighting against that thing that makes it difficult for you to share or talk with them, or like different things like that, it makes it easier to tell them how you truly feel about them, that you love them, you want to be there. Like, sorry I couldn't make it today. I had to go to work. Just whatever it is, like, share your heart with them. Allow your allow you to be vulnerable in the emotional department with them. Love on them. Spend time with them as much as you possibly can, because I think some of us feel like because I'm here, I pay bills, and I'm making sure you're good, and I'm physically present. Like, where we are physically present, it is just as easy as us to be physically absent, emotionally absent, when it comes down to um, what they need from us. So I just want to encourage my dads out there and mothers, if you struggle with this, just work on it. One day at a time, one step at a time. And know that it's not about us, it's about them. They deserve that. Do everything you can to fight against whatever that is that's keeping you from being vulnerable, loving, patient, um, supportive of them. I get it. You may not have it all figured out. I don't either. Years ago, God told me I need to heal in this specific area. When it comes down to, um, childhood trauma and me not getting from my dad what every dad's supposed to feel and give their kids. He told me I need to heal from that, and because of the history of it all, I'm learning to love my son every single day. And so with that, because it's like, I think it was like Wednesday of this week. It's Saturday now. Wednesday of this week, I'm like, because I feel like there's a I feel like there's something missing. Not something missing. It's like sometimes I don't know what to talk about when I'm in the presence of my boy, right? Um, Sometimes I don't know like how to spark a conversation. So I'm just there like right there with them, but it's like I don't know what questions to ask sometimes or whatever, and because I feel like there's there's space for a deeper relationship between him and I. Granted, like we're good, um, but I feel like it's much deeper, and because I feel like it's much deeper, I don't know where to begin to tap into where that deep is, and like maybe like a few weeks ago, I'm like, if I died today, like my son, he don't really know, like I feel like he don't know all there is to know about me for his like my history, like growing up, just different stories and like different life experiences. Granted, like I be loading them down with wisdom and good decisions and friends and like just different stuff like that. Um, and even from a spiritual, teaching them spiritually, relationship with Christ and praying and different stuff like that, which I mean I feel like I can always do better in that department, because when it comes down to our Lord Christ, like we can be walking with him for 40 years. Like there's never enough that we can't know about him. You feel me? So just connecting those two things together for like the deepening of our relationship. So when I told so yeah, so that's what led to that. So when I was talking to God about that, it's like that came to me. Let him know why some weekends like you choose to sleep in this room with him on the floor. That is, he's not. Um, like tell him why, and then like and the the formulating of the words came to me of exactly what to tell him. So when I told him that Thursday, it came out smooth, like it was like very like concise and straight to the point, and I believe he received that. So when Friday, his mom picked him up from school, and he had practice on Friday evening, I was asleep when he came home from school, and by the time he came home from practice, I had already left for work. And for him to feel down, because he was like, I didn't even get to see my dad today. Like he was really like sad and down. I feel like being open and transparent with him, I feel like it unlocked something inside of him, or it knocked down a wall. It I guess it was something he needed to hear as it relates to understanding the a deeper love that I have for him. And I feel like that I feel like yeah, we done enter a deeper level in our relationship. So yeah, just for my fathers out there especially, but also mothers out there, if you struggle in this area, please make it normal to share your heart with your kid or kids, your emotion, give them affection. Even if you struggle with it, even if it makes you feel weird inside, still do it because they need that. And as you continue to do this, it'll like you would embrace that more, and you would do it like you would just do it because you just ultimately uh, demonstrating how you feel. So as I just said, make it normal to share your heart with your kid, your affection and how you feel about them, but also most of all, model it. Show them that. It's good to hear. Even if you've been doing it. Kenya, shout out to Kenya. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Um, you might can't find the words to express to them. You're modeling it, you're showing it already. Good to hear. Good to hear. Good to hear. Good to hear. You probably already do that, but you just can't seem to find the words. Continue doing it. Thank you. Thank you. Continue doing that, but work on verbalizing it. So now they're feeling what you're doing on one hand, and then you're starting to verbalize it. It does this. That's what that relationship would be like. Y'all might be good. But when you verbalize how you feel, basically what you've been demonstrating, it makes the connection where they feel it from you, but they don't hear it from you. When they hear from you, it make it they can connect what you've been doing, and like you demonstrating that, it makes you guys relationship that much deeper. I just experienced that yesterday. So yeah, that's it's not about me. I wanted to share my personal experience and what I learned from that, and ultimately to encourage you to start where you are, even if you don't know where to begin. Like it is our responsibilities as parents to be all that we're supposed to be to our children. So ask Jesus, how do you do this? Where do I start? Because I'm still learning. I'm still working at it. I still drop the ball. Like so much that God told me like probably like maybe like 4 weeks ago. Work on getting it right the first time. So he wants us to be all that we are to be for them. So why wouldn't he give us wisdom and assist us with this? And pray, matter of fact, Father, thank you for this word. Thank you for the experience that you blessed me with, Lord. I pray that any fathers, especially, but also mothers out there who struggle in this area of being affectionate with their kids, speaking life into them, sharing their heart with them, demonstrating how they really feel about their kids, and wanting to be more and better for them. Give them your guidance and your wisdom and show them how. Break down that wall of the struggle of good job, or telling them I love you. Whatever it is that's inside of them from childhood trauma, from whatever the reason is, their past experience with their parents as kids in their households, whatever it is, that doesn't matter anymore, because game on is now. Right now is the time to show up for them and help us all to remember and know that it's about them, not about us. So how we feel about a situation, like if it's not supporting them or lifting them up or helping them or pushing them forward in the direction that they should be going in, give us the Give us the wisdom in that moment to know, to identify. We need to put that emotion to the side, because that emotion is bringing up a bigger barrier between our relationship. That emotion is going to tear them down, because we don't know how to express ourselves maturely. Whatever that is getting in the way of that deeper relationship that we must have in communication and love, affection, intimacy, whatever it is. Break down those walls, because the enemy loved that wall to be there. The enemy loved that we can't control our emotion enough to where we're pouring into them. That's going to help them and not tearing them down. Help us in these areas. And we thank you for, because you given us an opportunity every single day to share the love and the time with our kids. Help us to do better. Show us how. And help us, even if it feels uncomfortable, to say it anyway. Even if it feels uncomfortable, to do it anyway. Even if it feels uncomfortable, be there anyway. Because at some point, it will be a thing of the past. And I pray that you will soften our hearts as well as the kids' hearts to receive on both ends what it is to receive for the both of us, ultimately for them. And may you receive the glory for it all, because it's only you that is possible. In Jesus' name, amen. The only YouTuber in your village. Wow, man. Uh, I pray that you have a relationship with Jesus Christ. All right. If you don't, I encourage you to develop a intimate relationship with Him. All right. And the reason being, because if you're the only YouTuber there, like, you have a voice, and that voice, use that for the kingdom of God. So His will be done through you, where you are, and you can expand across the world, advancing God's kingdom in history. All right. So that's my wife calling. I got to get inside. So I love you all greatly. Again, shout out to Kenya. Thank you for being present and engaging uh, here in this moment. And I look forward to seeing you again and rocking with you all later. All right. Much love. Share this out. Peace.